Hey, what's up friends? So I just got home from a workout and I'm gonna make some food. I thought today would be a good day to film a what I eat in a day. And I know a lot of times with these what I eat in a days videos, I get kind of carried away and they end up being like super long. I thought it'd be a good idea to do a really tight what I eat in a day video just to give you some ideas on different things that you could be eating, especially in the winter time. We have so much snow right now. It's been coming down like crazy. So all I am craving are like warming and delicious meals. So just to keep this video really nice and tight and concise, I'm gonna do a voiceover. So it's gonna be a little bit different, but you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below what you think of this style. So here we go. For breakfast, I'm gonna make myself a big bowl of buckwheat. Often I'll have oats, but sometimes I have buckwheat as well. And you guys know I love my smoothies and smoothie bowls, but I kind of reserve those for like the warmer days, or at least when the sun's out. That's definitely not today. So let's get making this bowl. I'll show you exactly what I put in there. If you don't know about buckwheat, it's definitely a good thing to have around in the kitchen. It's pretty versatile, has a fairly neutral flavor, a bit nutty, a little bit chewier than oatmeal. Takes a little longer to cook than rolled oats, but it's really nice. It's also gluten-free. So this is what I've been cooking it in lately, just a mixture of some blended up dates, banana, and water. And I just put that into a pot and cook it as normal. And you can do this with oats, and quinoa it's really good in as well. So I tried measuring this out to kind of give you guys an idea of how much I'd eat, but I actually put too much in there. It's probably about a third too much. I always have a hard time when I measure my food because I never do it. I just eyeball it right into the pot, and it always works out that way. But for some reason, measuring it into a cup or whatever just doesn't work for me. So I also throw some frozen berries in there. This is a great way to increase the antioxidants of that meal and a lot of flavor as well. So while that's cooking, I'm going to make this protein milk that I've been adding to the top of it lately. And I know it sounds funny, but it's good. So I've been adding the new flavor from Viva Life, the banana cinnamon, to some almond milk and just blending it up like that. You guys know that I have a discount code, Derek10 for 10% off. If you have never tried it before, you can use that to save some money. And there's always a link in the description box down below, so you can support me through that if you do want to get some Viva Life. I do like adding some extra cinnamon to it because I love cinnamon and I can never get enough of it. So as with the buckwheat, I made a bit too much, but I put the rest of it in the fridge. And I guess you could make it ahead of time and put it in the fridge, or make it enough for a few days and put it in the fridge, but I find it easy enough to just whip it up right before I need it. So after waiting around a little while and stirring it, this is what it looks like. It definitely takes longer to cook than rolled oats, maybe closer to the same amount of time as steel cut oats. And the berries completely dissolve, but man, it tasted like some sort of berry jam or something. It was so good. So then I just chopped up some banana, threw some raisins on there, some coconut flakes, and some hemp seeds. Then I added that protein milk, and time to eat. And it's good. This is easy to eat, especially after workout. I was so hungry. All right, lunchtime. So starts with me grabbing a bunch of veggies out of the fridge, as usual. So I'm going to have this soup that I've been making a lot, and I'm going to use this black bean kind of spaghetti. And it's funny, the front of it says black bean spaghetti, and then you look, and it's made from soybeans, not actual black beans. Black soybeans. Huh, kind of funny. And considering I just put up that labeling video the other day, it's kind of good timing. So I'm going to put some miso in there, but that's not until later, and then some spices. But first, we're going to get some vegetable broth boiling. I use about 2/3 vegetable broth to 1/3 water. And this is low sodium vegetable broth. But I probably will add something salty to it anyways because it does need it. But it's good to start out with, without too much salt because you can always add more to it. So just chop up some onions, add those to the broth. And you can get as crazy as you wanted with that broth, but I just did it pretty simple there. So while I'm waiting for that broth to come to a boil, I'm just going to chop up some veggies. The green onion's a really nice touch, but as I always say, get creative, use whatever you want. So now that the broth is boiling, throwing in the black soybean noodles, give that a stir. And I'm going to throw in some seasoning, the twin pillars to most of my cooking, garlic powder and onion powder. It's my secret to making everything taste good. And then I'm just going to cook the zucchini in there. but you could have it raw or whatever. You could throw all the veggies in if you want. So I'm going to mix up the miso with some warm water on the side to add at the end. You guys always give me crap in the comments when I cook my miso in the soup because you say, Derek, you're losing all the enzymes and all the benefits of the miso. So I listen. So this is for you guys. So once it's all done cooking, just fire it into a big bowl. Add that miso. Add some vegetables on the side. Don't forget those green onions. And I'm going to add this sea vegetable blend from Harmonic Arts. Just a bunch of different sea vegetables. But as most sea veggies are, it's a good source of iodine. So yeah, I do recommend having some source of iodine in your diet. And then I fired some chopped avocado on there. Yeah, I know, kind of a weird flex with soup, but it's good. Trust me. Try it out. So the taste test. And it's good. But needs a little hot sauce, as usual. But yeah, I like this soup. I have it quite a bit, and it's so good on these freezing cold winter days. So, time for dinner. We've got a couple big, huge yams, sweet potatoes. Frig, I'll never get this right. So I just washed up the yams and then cut them into big discs and put them on a baking sheet with a silicone sheet on there. Put them in the oven for about 35 minutes at 375 degrees. So I'm going to make a bit of a saute to have with it, and here's everything that's going in there. First, I'm going to chop up some onion and some tomato. Put that in the frying pan with the frozen corn. Throw a bit of water in there to help everything, not stick to the bottom and cook a little bit better. Throw the black beans in with the twin pillars. Mix all that around. Throw some tahini in as well. You can never go wrong. But I do find tahini to be a tiny bit bitter, so I am going to add a splash of maple syrup here. But just taste it first, because you might not need it, and it's best not to add it if you don't. So a splash of salt as well. Some frozen green peas, mix everything around. By this time, those yams are nice and cooked and starting to brown. So I'm going to throw everything into a big bowl with some greens, and then that stir-fry mixture I had, and some sauerkraut in there. Sauerkraut's really good for helping keep that gut microbiome in check, promoting good gut bacteria. So there's the finished product. Of course, I added a bit of hot sauce on top. But yeah, there's a happy Derek right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know. I know it was a little bit different listening to a whole voiceover, but I thought it'd be a little bit different. I do so many of those other what I ate in a day style videos where I'm always yapping at the camera, so I thought this might be a nice change, and it might make it a little bit shorter and more concise for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your comments down below. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you guys soon with another video.